So a good inning for Jeremiah Struble. We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. Royals coming up in a scoreless tie. Yeah, I've heard.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Maybe later we can chat.
Okay, man. Well, thank you. Just X out.
See.
All right, the Denver Royals getting set to go here, bottom half of inning number 1. We'd like to welcome you into the 2019 NABA World Series. Leading things off, Dom Rodriguez. He was a leadoff hitter in last night's game, the second game of the doubleheader, in which the Royals got back to the 500 mark with a doubleheader sweep over Smoke, and of course their stadium win over this team we're playing here today, the CBA Tigers out of San Fernando, California area, San Fernando Valley area, I should say. Dom Rodriguez, who will play second, he'll play third. Right-handed hitter, right-handed thrower at the plate. A hit and one left for the Tigers in the top of the first inning. And a swing and a miss, and the first strikeout of the game for Tiger pitcher Sergio Lara. A crafty right-hander, though he does have a good fastball. And here's Zach Baldini. Baldini takes a strike, so Lara coming out throwing strikes. Tony Flores is the manager of the Tigers. Popped him up, and this is playable for the first baseman. And in foul territory, he drops the ball. Dropped the ball right down the line. This is a big ballpark. much bigger. And I don't know, we'll have to ask our producer and director, Mike Galato, who's got a memory like an elephant, and why they would make the practice fields so big, the dimensions. 367 down the left field, 362 down the left field line, 367 to right, and that's strike three called, and Baldini knew it. So Lara looking pretty good here in the early goings. He has struck out the first two Denver Royals that he has faced, and now the man, the myth, the legend. He was drafted by the Pirates back in 2000. Son Robinson listening and watching back at home. And Sean Smith. And he squares the bunt. He will take a strike on the inside corner. Smith looking to have a big game today. That's what he told me beforehand. And he chops one, and trying to barehand is Lara. His quick throw to first, and in time to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We got one in the book. Tempe Diablo Stadium, field number 5. This is APN in the 2019 NABA World Series. No score.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
All right, we head now to the top half of inning number 2 and a scoreless tie. Both pitchers looking good in the first inning for both the Tigers and the Royals. The Royals back in the field and led by Jeremiah Struble. J.C. Barker, Joey Cooper, and Tony Cabrera. This is pretty much the starting lineup that Tony Flores had in Game 1, the stadium game yesterday at Goodyear Park. Tigers own the only base hit of the ball game. That came from their leadoff hitter, and here's a little chopper up along the first base line, and that's going to be an infield hit. Oh, they got him anyway. How about that? I'll tell you what, I mean, the distance that Rodriguez had to go to come up with that ball, I didn't think he had a chance, and he went with the underhanded glove flip on the Mike Dole at first base. Outstanding play by the Royals second baseman. Joey Cooper standing in, batting for the first time. That was a tremendous play. And he made it look easy. Cooper, the right fielder, and the first pitch is taken for a ball. Looked good from here. Defensively for the Royals, Dole at first base, Dom Rodriguez at second, Mosseth at short, Vasquez at third. That's a strike, 1-1. Molina in left field, Smith in center, and you got David Walker, the speedy David Walker in right, with Sloan Celia doing the catching, and Jeremiah Struble is on the mound. Grounded to short. Long throw and pulling Mike Dole off the bag, and that's going to be an infield hit. Second hit of the ball game for the Tigers. Next batter up is going to be Tony Cabrera. And Tony's going to take his time getting back into the box. Scoreless tie. We're in the top of the second inning. First pitch to him, and a ground ball to the left side and through into left field, a base hit. So back-to-back singles for the Tigers. First and second occupied with only one man out. And now the catcher, D. Santiago. This Tigers team, good ball club. They got a deep lineup. They got a lineup that can hurt you 1 through 9. Pepe Marquez, the second baseman, is on deck. So Struble in a jam with 1 out and 2 on, and the first pitch low and away, ball 1. And a breaking ball inside and quickly behind on the hitter. The 8th place hitter in the lineup. The Tigers are batting 9. So too are the Royals. 2 balls and no strikes. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. That's in there for a called strike. They get me over fastball. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, as expected, Ed Dressel has instructed his middle infielders to play a double play depth. And D. Santiago would be a prime candidate for a double play if he hits a somewhat routine ground ball to the right side or to the shortstop or the second baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And here's a chopper, and that might be the aforementioned double play, and it is. 6-3. That was tailor-made, no question about it, and a good job by the Royals getting out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The NABA World Series 2019 rolls on APN, no score.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Well, it's the second inning of work for Sergio Lara. Had his brother up here yesterday, spent a couple of innings with us when we had the stadium game at Goodyear Ballpark, and had a really good time. Talked a little baseball. He told us a little bit about his team, and you know, this organization, the Tigers, and we mentioned that they are from the San Fernando Valley, they go way back. Sloan Solia, Matt Young, and Dom Piazza will be the first three. That's a strike. Or did he call? I think he might have called that a ball. Ball. Chopper foul. And that one is rifled into left field for a base hit. So Sloan Solia with the first hit of the ball game for the Royals. He is aboard. And the beat goes on for Sloan. Be interesting to see how the Royals handle the catching duties between Piazza and Solia. Both of those guys caught a complete game yesterday. Solia is the starting catcher for this team. Throw over to first. Got a little baby crying over here. He wants the Royals to score a couple of runs. Got a good crowd here on hand for this one. We're in the quarterfinals of the 18 and over Wood Bat Open Division. The winner of this game will advance to a semifinal matchup. A game that hopefully will be played not on this field. Ready with the next pitch. And Young, who hit a couple of balls to right field yesterday, skies it out there, and it's going to be caught. And that's the first out here in the home half of the second inning. So a fly ball to right field, and now Dom Piazza, who had a big 2-run go-ahead RBI single against these Tigers yesterday in the stadium game at Goodyear. The Tigers come in here with a record of 1 win and 2 losses, while the Royals are even at 2-2. And now the ball has gotten away, and Sloan Solia is probably going to make it to third without a throw. He is going to go in standing up, and that'll be an error on the pitcher on the pickoff attempt at first base. So now with 1 out, Piazza first pitch inside ball 1. Well, it's a little warm out here. Our game time temperature, we're getting up near 90 degrees. That's a hot shot and a fair ball down the line. Dom Piazza has done it again. He's got an RBI 2-base hit, and the Royals are on the board first. It's 1-0. Sloan Solia will score from third base easily. So a single and a throwing error and a line shot double. And the Royalettes are out here making a lot of noise as predicted. Talon Schaller will be the batter. Fastball inside ball 1. And a hot shot down the line, and that's a fair ball. I'll tell you what, I better not say it. Yeah, and you know who I'm talking about. You know, sometimes your girlfriend gives you what they call mixed signals. I'll leave it at that. That's a strike right at the knees. I think Talon thought maybe that was a little bit low. Asked the umpire. Thought maybe the umpire might need a second opinion. Here's the pitch. That one is inside. This one's going to get away from the catcher, and heading on to third is Dom Piazza. Or in the old world, they'd call it a piazza. This is going to be a sacrifice fly, and the Royals here in the second lead it 2-0. So a good start for the Denver Royals, and of course it goes without saying, sacrifice fly by Talon. That's a big run here to start things off in the second inning. So RBIs by Piazza and Schaller. That one is drilled foul. David Walker hoping to get hot in the playoffs. So we're in the quarterfinals of this 18 and over wood bat division NABA World Series. Single elimination. Popped him up. And this ball is going to be corralled by the third baseman, and that'll retire the side. 2 runs in the inning. The Royals lead the Tigers 2-0. This is APN.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
All right, we head now to the bottom half of inning number 3 here from Tempe Field number 5, the winter home of the Anaheim Angels. So we go to the top half of the third inning, a 2-0 lead for the Royals. And Pepe Marquez, the slick fielding second baseman, will start things off for the Tigers. He is the 9th hitter in the lineup. In the air, shallow right field, and that's a long run, and it's going to be caught out there by David Walker. So one down here in the inning. Well, the beat goes on for Jeremiah Struble, throwing shutout baseball through 2 1/3 innings. He has given up 3 hits. He is yet to strike out a batter. He is yet to walk a batter. And here's Mike Rosati, their outstanding center fielder, the catalyst, the leader. Had really a very productive game yesterday in the 4-2 loss when the Royals beat the Tigers at Goodyear Baseball Park for their first win in round-robin play. That time, Struble just blew it by him. I think Mike Rosati was trying to muscle that one up. And a ground ball towards the shortstop. He's got it, and Ben's throw to first is in time, even though Rosati was hustling. That's a nice play there by the Denver shortstop. Oh, excuse me, Redinger is playing shortstop. So there's 2 down in the inning. So a fly ball to right field, a ground ball to short. Nico Garcia batting for the second time, and he rips a line shot down the right field line, but it hooked foul. Well, the peanut gallery has already texted me, and I'm already in trouble for that mixed messages comment I just made. I can't, you know what? I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. I can't win. That is lined down the line, and that looks like a fair ball. And a good job by Molina to get over there. So a nice job by the left fielder, and an opposite field shot. Very lucky that that was not a 2-base hit. That's the 4th hit of the ball game for the Tigers through 2 2/3. And now Luis Rivas. This is maybe the one guy that they need to have a big game from. Throw to first. Struble has scattered 4 hits so far in the contest. 2-0 Denver. We're in the top half of the 3rd inning. The winner of this game goes to the semifinals of this 18 wood bat, open wood bat division. Rivas a fly ball to right field, his first and only time up in the contest. Dom Piazza with a RBI double. Sac fly by Schaller. And here's a ball hit out in the right center field, and this is going to be playable for Walker. He'll make the running catch. And that is all for the Tigers in the top of the 3rd. We go to the home half. Denver 2, Tigers nothing in the World Series 2019.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series. Now we're back here at the home of the Anaheim Angels.
Cavernous dimensions here on this practice field. And we go to the bottom half of the inning, and Redinger, first pitch swinging, drills one to center, caught, one down. One pitch, one out, with Denver leading it 2-0 here in the home half of the third inning. And we go back to the top of the order. Kyle Redinger, who was not slated to start, or we were told he was not starting at shortstop. I was a little surprised, but he's out there, and this is obviously the next 3 games. Should Denver, or for that matter, the Tigers, whoever moves on, if they want to win a championship, they got to win 3 straight, 2 today, and then Sunday tomorrow. And we're going to verify the time on that, swing and a miss. Third inning of work for the starting pitcher, Sergio Lara. For the CBA Tigers out of San Fernando Valley, they're in the field trailing the batting Royals. Dom Rodriguez was a strikeout victim in inning number 1. And a 2-0 lead for the Royals here in the home half of inning number 3. That's a swing and a miss, and may have pulled the trigger on that pitch. So Lara has his 3rd strikeout. And quickly 2 down here in the home half of the 3rd inning, and the batter's going to be Zach Baldini. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Baldini, a strikeout victim in that first inning. Three Ks so far for the right-hander. And the breaking pitch stayed a little high. 2 balls and no strikes. And a high, lazy can of corn. Center fielder's got it. And boy, what an inning that time for Lara and the Tigers. 3 up, 3 down, 3 in the books. 2-0 Royals. This is the quarterfinals, 2019 NABA World Series.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Well, the action continues here from Diablo Stadium, field number 5 from the training facility of the Anaheim Angels. And a first pitch pop-up out into shallow left field, and it's going to be taken care of by Molina, who's had some action here early on, and there's one down. Well, the pitching coaches love it when especially your starting pitcher has that leadoff hitter going after the first pitch, one out situation. That'll bring up J.C. Barker. Well, we'd like to say hello to all the San Fernando Valley people listening back in beautiful California. That's a strike called, 0-1. Again, defensively, Celia at first base, or rather catching, Dole at first base, Dom at second, Redinger at shortstop, Vasquez third, the outfield left to right as that one's taken high and away. You got Molina in left, Smith center, Walker in right field. And doing the pitching is Jeremiah Struble with, again, Sloan Celia behind the plate. That wind's starting to kick up here. Feels good. The pitch in there for a called strike, and he didn't like it. He thought that pitch was low. And I think if it's close, the umpire may be given, I don't know if that was a low strike, but if it's in the area, you better be swinging, especially with 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one is grounded into right field, a base hit, a 1-out single, the Tigers' 5th hit of the ball game. That'll bring up the right fielder, Joey Cooper. Swing and a miss, left-handed hitter. Runner at first with 1 out and a 2-0 lead for the team in the field. That's high. So the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jeremiah Struble, right-hander on the mound. One of the gunslingers for Brian Underhill's team. And that's upstairs 2-1. If you don't know much about, or maybe you don't know a whole lot about adult baseball and, you know, obviously amateur baseball, more of a men's league, but this Denver Royals team has sent some 13 players on to the next level, as this one is a line shot right to Mike Dole. He grabs that with ease. He goes to the bag, ends the inning. And we'll talk about this organization a little bit more when we come back. Denver leads CBA Tigers 2-0 in the World Series 2019 NABA.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Jeff Lowry back here from the ballpark, Tempe Diablo Stadium, field number 5. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, a 2-0 lead. A 1-2-3 inning last inning for Sergio Lara of the Tigers. And you got the 3, 4, and 5 coming up, and this is a time the Royals want to do some damage. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. Well, one good thing, they stopped playing that music over there. Chopper. That, or a pitch in the dirt, goes back to the screen. See if we can get Smith going. He had 2 doubles in that game on the noon game at Goodyear Park yesterday. Popped him up. This is in shallow right field. The second baseman, Pepe Marquez, who robbed Piazza of an RBI hit yesterday, takes care of business, out number 1. That'll bring up Sloan Celia, the catcher. But we were talking about some of the success stories, and Mike Galato, our producer and director, and our mentor, I should say, the baseball guru. And there's a shot that's maybe off the face of the shortstop. That's going to be a base hit. That ball was hit with authority, and Sloan Celia is standing at first base with his second hit in 2 tries. I'll bring up Dom Piazza, who had an RBI double his first time up. Or check that, it'll be Matt Young. Piazza's on deck. But we've had some success stories. We have a young veteran left-hander. Again, his name has escaped me, but he signed with the Mexican Professional League and actually doing very well. And what about Seth Blair, the young man who was clocked at 106 miles an hour on YouTube with a running start, right? Picked up by the San Diego Padres. Strike called. That's a good pitch right there. 0-2, the count on Matt Young. Pitched at Single A Lake Elsinore. Pitch. And a cut on and miss. And held on by the catcher, and that is the 4th strikeout for Lara and the Tigers, 2 down. I'll tell you right now, Laura is in a groove. So you got a runner at first base, 1 out. Two down, runner at first. And here's Dom Piazza. So the Denver organization, truly a bit of a launching pad. As you talk about something launched, that is a deep drive down the right field line, and that is a foul ball. Good effort out there in right field. Piazza gave that ball a ride. In fact, I know it was foul, but most ballparks, that is a home run easily. But not any of the Tempe Diablo ballparks. Just outside. Not a bad looking pitch that time. Piazza at the plate. There goes the runner. Little hit and run. Skies that one out into left field. And that will retire the side. Nice play out in left field. A run, no runs, a hit. And 1 left on, 4 in the books in this quarterfinal game. 18 and over Wood Bat Division. Denver 2, CBA nothing.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Back here from the winter home of the Anaheim Angels, Jeff Lowry with Mike Galato. And a 2-0 lead for the Denver Royals as you're watching Denver Royals baseball on APN. Powered by the Platinum Experience. And a special thanks to that great organization, Bridgewater Homes and Colorado Concrete Plumbing. Proud sponsors of Denver Royals baseball. We were talking about this organization as Jeremiah Struble has pitched shutout baseball through 4, scattering 5 hits. And it's been a bit of a launching pad or a stepping stone for a lot of players to either get back into professional ball after their careers were sidetracked for one reason or another, or even get picked up like we were talking about hard-throwing right-hander Seth Blair getting picked up by the San Diego Padre organization out of an adult baseball league. And Mike and I mean, we've been around, these tournaments for about a quarter of a century now, telling you how old we are, but I mean, the fact that, you got guys, getting picked up by professional teams out of an adult baseball league, it's pretty impressive. Swing and a miss. Cabrera up there. So the 5th inning of work for Jeremiah Struble. And swung on and missed. He struck him out. And that is the first strikeout of the game, 1 down. Now Santiago. And a high sky fly ball, shallow center field. Smith, a long run and a diving attempt. Looks like they're going to rule that. Is that a base hit? Kyle Redinger saying that he cupped the ball with the glove. And I don't think either one of these umpires really know if that was in safely or if that was a caught fly ball. It's a base hit, hit number 6. So now Pepe Marquez. You got a runner at first base, 6th hit of the day for the Tigers. Trying to push across their first run. Pepe representing the tying run for the Tigers. Now they got the runner caught.
Run him back. Run him back.
And the tag is going to be made. So a nice job there by Jeremiah applying the tag. Managers hate it after you don't get him the first 2 or maybe 3 throws. It gets a little dicey out there. So 2 down in the inning. We're in the top of the 5th inning in this quarterfinal game. The Tigers and the Royals with Denver in the field, and they lead it 2-0. And a swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on, top of the 5th inning. Jeremiah with a long look in, and now looks to bring it plateward. And he left it high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You got a trivia question for us today? One, 2. Just under the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a ground ball down the 3rd. Nice job gobbling it up by Vasquez and scooped out by Dole at first base. Side retired. Halfway through this quarterfinal game. 2019 NABA World Series in Phoenix. And the Denver Royals lead it 2-0.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Heading now the home half of the fifth inning back here from the NABA World Series. Lara in his fifth inning of work. He's pitched well, gave up a couple of runs in the second inning, but outside of that, he's been quite stellar. He has got 4 strikeouts. Schaller leading things off. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Ed Dressel's Denver Royals, trying to win their 3rd straight. That's out of play. And that one is hammered out into left center field, and a nice catch, one down. So Cooper, who I think was the original right fielder for the Tigers, makes the catch out in left. Ball was hit well by Talon. And now the batter is going to be the left-handed hitting David Walker, who takes high and away. Well, one thing about Sergio Lara, the starting pitcher here in his 5th inning of work for the Tigers, he works quickly. And just inside with the ball. He winds, kicks, and deals. High fly ball hit back into deep right field, and this is going to be a nice running catch out there for out number 2. So Nick Acosta, who got a couple of bats in yesterday's game, came in as a substitute. Makes a nice running catch. They look like they've got some good speed out here in the corner outfields, and I would assume that their center fielder, Rosati, is a pretty fast runner too, based on what.
Up! Out, out, out!
Heads up, heads up.
Heads up, Robin.
Yeah, we were off for just a little bit. I don't think you missed much. A pop-up that almost took out our Lady Royals over here. And a line drive that Redinger almost came up with a double play on a hot shot to the Royal shortstop. So McGrath is up there with 2 out. And a hard hit ground ball that gets by the shortstop. And that's going to go out in the left field and score the run. And it's now a 2-1 lead for the Royals. That Rosati, I'll tell you what, this guy just continues to make things happen. And McGrath coming up with a big hit here. We'll get the official score on that last play. So a base hit is the ruling on that last batted ball by McGrath. J.C. Barker in there for a strike. I really need a hat. Barker is 1 for 2 in the ball game. So now the score 2-1. Royals get a 2-out RBI single by their cleanup hitter, Billy McGrath. One ball, 2 strikes to the right-handed hitter. Trying to keep this inning going and push across maybe the tying run at first base with 2 out. Now time called by the player. I think might have got a little dust in his eyes. Taking a couple of big, deep breaths. And hopes to keep this top of the 6th inning alive for the Tigers, who trail it 2-1. And that one just under the knees. That was a fine pitch by Struble right there. Struble has given up 8 hits in the contest, but yet just 1 run. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Needs a big pitch and get out of this inning. And it's popped up on the infield, and Sloan Solia camps under it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Lead cut in half. 2-1 Denver. It's the quarterfinals, 18 and over Wood Division, NABA World Series 2019.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Hey, getting a look at the Royals players getting set to go here. Back at the 2019 NABA World Series from Tempe Diablo Stadium 3, or I should say Field 5. And a 2-1 lead for the Royals. The winner of this game will advance to the semifinals of this 18 and over Wood Bat division. We go back to the top of the order, and here is Dom Rodriguez taking the first pitch outside, ball 1. Swung on and fouled off, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, congratulations, both the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or Rays, clinched a playoff berth last night. Bouncing ball foul. Baldini on deck, as you see. It's good when you got those small market teams getting into the playoffs. And, of course, we've had more 100-win teams in American League history this year. And that's a rocket in the left field, and that's a base hit. So Dom Rodriguez, who struck out his first 2 times up, hits a clean single to left field. And now Baldini, the second place hitter in the lineup for Ed Dressel. Royals at the plate, bottom of the 6th, leading it 2-1. Jorge Soler of the Kansas City Royals. He became the first Kansas City Royal to ever hit 40 or more home runs in a season. As he wraps up what will be, as this one is shot out in the center field, and a diving, sprawling catch. What a tremendous play out there. Rodriguez back at first. I'll tell you, Rosati just continues to impress out there in center field. Well, Baldini hit that ball extremely hard, and it's one of those things in baseball that happen. You hit it hard, and a throw to first. That was close. As Sean Smith comes to the plate, sometimes you can hit it as hard as Baldini did, and you get nothing, and then you trickle one up the line, and it goes for an infield hit. It's just, sometimes it's all in the cards. He takes low, ball one. Good eye by Smith. So Soler becomes the first Kansas City Royal to hit 40 home runs in a season. That came last night when he hit 47 and 48. And really, he secured the home run title, 2 down. I think that was already secure because Mike Trout is out for the year. Rest of the year. Of course, there's only 1 game left. 2 games counting today. So a fly ball to right field. There's 2 down. And here's Sloan Solia. Try to get something going here. 2 out in the home half of the 6th inning. There goes the runner, and he is going to be in without a throw. Stolen base for Rodriguez. So now Sloan with a chance to drive in a run. Royals led 2-0 at the end of 2. Gave up a run in the top of this inning, the 6th inning. And here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Solia up there with a runner at second base and 2 outs. That's too high. 2 balls, no strikes on Sloan Solia. Another notable statistic, Eugenio Suarez of the Reds became the most prolific single-season home run hitter amongst Venezuelan players. And he still has a chance maybe to catch George Foster's single-season Reds record, 52 and 77. But he's going to have to crank it up today and tomorrow if he's going to get it. Ball 4. So a good at bat there. First and second occupied with 2 out. And due is Mr. Matt Young, no doubt about it. And we're going to get a break in the action here as the manager, one of the coaches, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, who has pitched an outstanding game, but he's got himself in some hot water. First and second with 2 out. And the Denver Royals batting and leading it 2-1. Alex Hernandez is going to come in and play right field. I think that's because the right fielder is probably going to go and loosen up. So you got Dom Rodriguez at second base. You got Sloan Solia at first base, and Matt Young up there looking for an RBI. Denver leads it 2-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that one is chopped foul. That's amazing with all the rain that we got here 2 days ago, how hard this ground is. That's what happens when it doesn't rain much. So Lara on the mound. He has looked very good, but he's in a bit of a jam here. First and second, 2 out. Nothing in one to Matt Young. And a long drive hit back into deep left field. He hit that ball well, and that ball is going to be caught. Are you kidding me? Cooper with a spectacular catch. He reached up, and on the warning track, if there is one, he hauls it in, and that is our web gem of the day. He saves 2 runs and ends the inning, and we go to the 7th. 2-1 Royals. This is APN and the 2019 NABA World Series.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Well, so many times a guy makes a tremendous catch, and what may very well be a game-saving catch for the Tigers, and Joey Cooper will come to the plate. He made a tremendous diving, sprawling catch to rob Matt Young of 2 RBIs and keep the Tiger deficit at 1. Pop fouling out of play, and Struble, the starting pitcher here today for the Royals, is in his 7th inning of work. The Denver Royals are on the air and brought to you by the Platinum Experience and Bridgewater Homes. With Mike Galato, I'm Jeff Lowry. Tempe, Arizona on a warm day. Quickly 0-2 on the man who made that spectacular catch. They're still buzzing about it. 90 degrees right now, our game time temperature. So it's gotten up a little bit warmer here today. Well, if Denver can hold on, we'll be moving over to field number 4. And hopefully we'll be starting maybe a little bit late. Cooper says that he was hit by a pitch. And right now when you're down by a run, you'll take anything you can get. Especially when runs have come at a premium, even though they broke through on Struble last inning. Top of the 7th, Tigers batting, trailing 2-1. That'll run the count full. In the air, center field, Smith a long run, makes a dive, can't come up with it. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Cooper. And now the ball getting away, and look at Mike Dole coming all the way over from first base to back it up. You don't see that very often, and Mike Dole may very well have saved Cooper from advancing to another base. Is that Marshall?
Yeah, okay. He threw a complete game against Platoon.
Okay, so now Tony Cabrera coming up. Making sure that he's got the right sign from his third base coach. And Cabrera up there with a chance to tie this game up against Jeremiah Struble. It's been a good rivalry. Yesterday, these two teams played at Goodyear Ballpark. It was a 4-2 victory for the Royals, and here 2-1 Royals in the top of the 7th inning, but the Tigers have the tying run at second base. And the first pitch is bunted down the third baseline. Gus is up with it, fires on to first in time. The sacrifice goes 5-3, and the tying run sitting 90 feet away. Well, Vasquez has really handled the hot corner on these soft hits and bunts. Good job by Gus. So with one out, and I think we're going to get a pinch hitter here, and this is going to be Chris Marshall, who threw a complete game against the Platoon, come up with their only victory of this tournament, and we got a timeout on the field. Thank you. Well, a quick meeting of the minds here with the infield, trying to figure out how they're going to handle this at bat. And you're getting a look at Chris Marshall, as we mentioned, through a complete game against the Platoon. The only win the Tigers have had. Because of the rain, only the Royals ended up playing 4 pool play games. They ended up being the number 3 seed after losing their first 2 games. So here's the Big Easy, Chris Marshall. And the first pitch to him is low, and Sloan Salia keeps that in front of him, saves a run. Runner at third with 1 out. 1 ball and no strikes on Marshall. That's high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Pepe Marquez is on deck. And it's 3-0. Yeah, you start to wonder if this might be by design. As Mike would say, this might be an unintentional intentional walk. And just as I say that, he comes right in, throws it right down the middle, and that's a called strike. Big moment in the game. Tying run at third, one out. 3-1 pitch. And it's inside ball 4. Now this will set up a potential double play situation, but now you got the go-ahead run on base at first. And I don't know too much about the Big Easy, but he looks like he might be able to run a little bit. They might be stealing in this situation. We're in the top of the 7th inning, and the Tigers trailing by a score of 2-1. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first. And we're going to get a break in the action. Ed Dressel is heading out to the mound. 2-1, first and third for the Tigers, and a lot of drama from Tempe, Arizona.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
So we got a new pitcher on the mound, and a nice job by Jeremiah Struble, but his day is over, at least on the mound, as Denver is clinging to a 2-1 lead here in the quarterfinals. And of course, the team that wins this game will advance to the semifinals, and the loser will be going home. River Carbone will be the new pitcher, the hard-throwing right-hander for the Royals. He will inherit first and third. And only one man out here in the top of the 7th inning. Jeremiah Struble goes 6 1/3, gives up 9 hits, is still responsible for the 2 runners and 1 earned run. Struck out 1. He did not walk a batter. He had outstanding. He did walk the last batter in Marshall. So 1 strikeout, 1 walk, but overall an outstanding performance and hoping to get a little help from River Carbone.
So it is 26436.
Yeah, we got a slight delay here due to the umpire trying to get that score sheet straightened out.
26436. 26436.
Yeah, they're still trying to sort out the score sheet here. Well, River Carbone played at local Arizona Christian University. Also played ball in Riverside professionally this year. And this is a guy that can get it up there about 92, 93, maybe as high as 94. So pretty good live arm here. Now that wind picking up and it's blowing straight in, and that might add a couple of miles to that fastball. Pepe Marquez, the second baseman, digging in with a chance to drive in the tying run, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. So a big moment here in this game. Carbone sights a sign as the runner at first takes off, and that's in the dirt, but the ball comes right back. A very fortuitous bounce, and a stolen base puts them at second and third. Nice job by Sloan picking up that ball as it ricocheted off. Probably, I would say, something pretty hard behind home plate. So now the go-ahead run is at second, the tying run at third. 2 balls and no strikes to Pepe Marquez. Needing a strike, and Carbone missed low, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks by Royals pitching, and the bases are loaded. And now, maybe their top clutch hitter, Mike Rosati, comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He's had 3 hits over the last 2 games against Royals pitching. And the tension is growing. Royals did not issue a walk until Marshall pinch hitting 2 at-bats ago, and now the bases are loaded. First pitch, and it's in the dirt. And he can't find the strike zone. 5 straight balls out of the strike zone to start things off here for the afternoon of Ricky Carbone. He needs a strike badly. I tell you what, if you're Rosati, you could sit on this one right here, and that's in the dirt, 2-0. Now, if you're Rosati, as Sloan Celia is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Now, most coaches would tell you maybe to take one because he's failed to get one over the plate. He has thrown 6 straight balls out of the strike zone, and to be quite frank, he has not been close yet. I'll tell you what, I mean, you can be very selective right here if you're Rosati. If that thing is right down the middle, you might want to go hacking at it. Try to go up the middle with a base hit. But you better make sure it's right down the middle, a 2-0 pitch. 3-0, and he is a pitch away from walking in the tying run. Top of the 7th inning. You're taking all the way now if you're the Tiger right-handed center fielder at the plate. And it hit him. That'll force in the tying run. Scoring is Cooper, and we're tied at 2 here in the top of the 7th inning. So River Carbone has walked the batter and eventually would have walked him anyway. Has thrown 8 pitches and all of them out of the strike zone, and Ed Dressel is going to go out and talk to him, and actually he's taken him out of the game. So a tough appearance when you feel like you got a shutdown guy throwing harder than most, if not anybody in this division. So the 3rd pitcher will be employed by Ed Dressel. We'll tell you about it in just a moment.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Well, the new pitcher in for Ricky Carbone is going to be Brett Case, left-handed pitcher. And he is really in some hot water here. He will inherit the bases loaded. Only 1 man out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Royals, who led at one point 2-0, gave up a run in the 6th and 1 here in the 7th inning, and we're locked in a 2-2 tie. Nico Garcia. The most important thing right now, if you're the Denver Royals, even if you relinquish the lead, you got to get an out here. You don't want to rush the double play, though. If you got a chance, you got to go for it. Garcia will pop it up, but it's out of play to the left side. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Garcia is 1 for 3. And it is a suicide squeeze, and they pull it off with perfection. They get the out. And for the first time in this ball game, the Tigers have the lead. It's 3-2. Garcia will be credited with an RBI. It was a suicide squeeze, maybe almost an in-between the suicide and the safety squeeze. And now Rivas And he's got second and third, still not out of the hot water yet. And he lines one into left field, and this ball is going to hold up. And it's dropped by the left fielder, and 2 runs are going to score. That's a play you got to make. And the Tigers lead it by a score of 4-2. Well, we've been saying it the last 2 days. If this guy gets hot, this team's dangerous, and that's the first big base hit that Rivas has had. And Royals pitching has held down a very good hitter for the last 2 games. So the score is now, 5-2. Thanks, Mike. And that one is a gapper, right center field, and it's going to hold up. And
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
That's in there for a strike. So a 5-2 lead here. Okay. And Walker grounds one to the right side and knocked down by the second baseman. And he'll now have no play, and Walker is aboard. Royals need to get something back here. They give up 4 runs in that last inning. Walker with an infield hit. That is the second hit for Walker, and now Kyle Redinger. So let's see if they can get something going here. And Kyle goes after the first pitch and lines it to left field, and it's going to be caught. Tigers making all the plays. And we go to the 8th. 5-2 Tigers in this quarterfinal game.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado.
We go now to the top of the 8th inning, and well, the Denver Royals are in some trouble in this one. They trail at 5-2. They led virtually the entire game. Second inning of work for Brett Case, the left-hander. Outside a ball. J.C. Barker will lead things off, and he'll be followed by the big hero, Joey Cooper. After Joey Cooper made that diving play to save 2 runs, boy, did the tides turn. I mean, the momentum completely went over to the Tigers. So the second inning of work for Brett Case, needing a strike, and he got it. Here's the windup, the pitch, and a little soft line drive that comes right back to the The Royals should have the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. And as bleak as it may look right now, if you can hold this team at bay from the defensive standpoint, as Cooper gets a big cut and a miss. And you got 2 more chances at this team. Granted, you got to pitch some shutout baseball. That's a nice pitch, and that is strike 3 called. Well, I'll tell you, Brett Case throwing some BBs in there. Now Cabrera. 2 out, nobody on, and a fly ball that's going to get out of play here. Cabrera had a big sacrifice bunt in that 4-run 7th inning when the Tigers took the lead. Fly ball, deep left, catch made. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Royals need to get those bats alive. They trail 5-2.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's time to get the Royals bats a-going here. And they bunt one up the line, and that's Brett Case, and it trickles foul. And that one is outside for ball one. So Rodriguez at the plate. Taking outside, 2 balls and no strikes. He gets on. The Royals would bring the tying run to the plate.
And a line smash into left field, and that's in there for a hit. So first and second, first two have reached, and all of a sudden the tying run comes to the plate. Tony Flores making his way towards the pitcher's mound here on field number 5. The tying run comes to the plate, and Zach Baldini, and that is the afternoon for Juan Lara. So Sergio Larga is going to be greeted by everyone over here on the first base side. A tremendous job, 7+ innings, giving up only 2 runs, though the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. How are you? Good. Well, don't go anywhere yet. This one's far from over. Baldini comes to the plate with a chance to draw the Denver Royals hard. Long throw across, and they got him. They give up just the 1 run. We can close the book out on Sergio Lara. He goes 7+ innings, gives up 3 runs to one of the top hitting teams in adult baseball. And we go to the 9th. The Tigers lead 3-2 on APN Sports.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
Back here from the winter home of the Anaheim Angels. And we are going to the top of the 9th inning. The Tigers, who got 4 runs in the 7th, took a 5-2 lead. They gave up a run that last inning on an RBI ground out by Zach Baldini. And it's the third inning of work for the left-hander, Brett Case. Line down the left field line. That is in there. That's going to be a long single. Good job out there in left field. Now Pepe. So a nice job. You had Cooper coming in, and he gets picked off down there. So Pepe will bat. And a bunt out in front of the plate, picked up by Case, and the throw to first got him. Good job, 2 down. So here in the top of the 9th inning. Well, you want to stay for what may very well be a fantastic finish here from Tempe Diablo Stadium. Okay, well, the fantastic leadoff hitter, Mike Rosati, been on base a couple of times, scored a couple, walked in a run, actually was hit by a pitch on a 3-0 count. He's going to try to get something going here with 2 outs. He takes in the dirt, ball 1. Called strike. That's a beautiful pitch. Well, Brett Case has looked very well since coming in relief. Zotti, he wanted to take that one to right field, laid off that high fastball. He's high energy, no doubt about it. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. And it's full. We are in the top of the 9th inning. 5-3 Tigers batting the 3-2 pitch, and he struck him out swinging. What a job by Brett Case. He's given his team an opportunity to win this game, or at least tie it. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Royals need 2 to tie and 3 to advance to the semifinals of this 18 and over Wood Bat Division.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is brought to you by Bridgewater Homes, named the 2017 Builder of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Northern Colorado. By Colorado Concrete Pumping. Go to dumptruckservices.com for more. Denver Royals baseball is also brought to you by the Platinum Experience. Locally owned and operated, Platinum Experience has gone above and beyond with their generous support of Denver Royals baseball. You're watching the 2019 NABA World Series.
My ass off, and then this fucking sun. Tell me if I'm on, man.
Exciting Denver Royals baseball is on the air, coming to you from the 2019 NABA World Series. Today's game is
now to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Royals need a couple of runs. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Rivas on the mound, right-handed pitcher. Came in last inning, gave up a run. And now Sloan Celia going after the first pitch, and he skies it to right field. It's fairly deep, but it's going to be caught. And the Tigers are 2 outs away from advancing to the semifinals. Matt Young is due, looking for his first base hit. Yeah, very talented player, not getting a chance to play the field as much in this tournament, but a good left fielder and a guy that's got good power at the plate. But the Royals just need a base hit right now. That's high. Not a bad-looking pitch, and that one's going to be called ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Right now the Royals will take anything they can. They need base runners. They need 2 to equalize here in the bottom of the ninth inning of this ball game, and it's grounded to the right side where the second baseman playing him up the middle. You got to remember, you get somebody on, as that one's laced foul and out of play to the left side. 0-1 on Piazza. The tying run is on deck, so you got to keep that in mind and not get too discouraged. And a ground ball to the right side. Will this be the ball game? It is. Tigers win 5-3. What a come from behind, a 4-run 7th. And the winning pitcher here today, Sergio Lara, who goes 7+ innings. He gets the win. And this has been a presentation of APN Sports, Arizona's leader in sports video coverage. Special thanks to Mike Gatto. Jeff Lowry from the ballpark saying so long as the Denver Royals drop 5-3 to the California Tigers. So long, everybody. Everything's in the sun.